All right, bull runners, welcome back to the channel. So crypto has been absolutely crushing it all through 2023. Gaming, artificial intelligence, layer ones, the industry has been booming and people have been making a lot of money. And in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you 10 billionaire investing tips that will guide you along your journey. These have helped me become a crypto millionaire before 30. And when you see the right projects at the right time, you have to know what to do, when to take profits, when should you sell. So in this video, I'm going to be covering everything that you need to know. So comment 777 if you're feeling blessed, comment 777 if you're feeling bullish, and let's run it. All right, bull runners, welcome back. So as always, this is not financial advice, no investing advice. Don't buy, don't sell anything we talk about on our channel. Consult your financial advisor. With that being said, let's dive right in and let's cover these top 10 tips to help you become a crypto millionaire. So number one, you got to start with the end in mind by setting clear financial goals, because when you define your objectives, it gives you something that you're shooting for. You know, you might have different risk tolerance coming into these markets. You know, some people are entering these markets with $100. Some people are entering these markets with hundreds of thousands of dollars, and some people with millions or hundreds of millions of dollars. So depending on where you're at in your journey, you shouldn't compare to other people. You know, you could start somewhere small and then work your way up, right? And you might have a higher risk tolerance if you're starting with less money. For example, if you're starting with only $100 or $1,000, you're going to have a higher risk tolerance than someone that has a net worth of $1 million. They're not going to be putting all $1 million into, you know, a meme coin, obviously. So when you have an end goal and you write it down, what that does is that tells the universe what you want to manifest more of. And I'm not going to get too much into esoteric teachings in this video. I want to keep this very practical and very structured, but everything in my life that I've achieved in the physical realm is a direct result of God delivering it based on my intentions by setting clear financial goals on what I've wanted. So it all goes back to God's. For example, buying a house, maybe funding your education, buying a car. Your goals are going to shape your investing strategy. So you know when you hit your goals, then that's when you start taking profits off the table. Because if you're not going to hit your goals and you're going to keep pushing until you get them, eventually you're going to hit them. But if you don't have any goals entering these markets and you don't know what you're doing this for, then you're going to hold for way too long and you're most likely going to get wrecked, because at some point you're going to have to take profit. So that brings me to number two, diversifying your portfolio. Don't put all your eggs in one basket or in one project or in one industry. You know, that's an age-old saying and sounds like a broken record, but this is super important because most people, they come into the industry and they buy with lump sum purchases where they go into a project like XRP or Bitcoin or Ethereum or Solana or Avalanche or Bonk, a meme coin, or Shiba Inu or Dogecoin, whatever the project is that you're thinking about buying. If you put everything in on one purchase and you're not diversifying, you're making a massive mistake, because diversification is the key to preservation of wealth. So spreading your income across different categories within crypto will reduce your risk, and it also will allow you the ability to have a project that grows quicker than another sector, and then that gives you the ability to hedge in one sector. And hedging simply means, like, if you're going to go into your garden and your bushes are overgrown, you hedge out the leaves, or your lawn. You mow your lawn every single week and you can mulch your lawn. So we're going to be mulching your portfolio on the way up through diversification. Now that brings me to number three, understanding your risk tolerance, because your risk tolerance is going to be based on your net worth. So to tell you a risk strategy or risk to reward ratio is going to be very different, because everyone has a different portfolio. And so riskier investments are going to offer you a higher return, like smaller market cap altcoins that are sub $100 million, but they're also going to lead to larger losses. So if the majority of your portfolio, if 100% of your portfolio is in micro cap projects that are under, you know, 50 million or $10 million, putting the majority of your net worth, you're more than likely going to get wrecked, and that's in the long term, and that's not smart investing. Sure, you could have some plays that are going to do very, very well, but the odds of that happening, because you saw some success story of a Dogecoin millionaire, you know, is slim to none. And so we want to keep you in the game long term. We want to help you generate predictable wealth. Keyword, predictable wealth, so you can accurately predict your success. So over 50% of your portfolio, no matter what, you want to have in large cap, high conviction plays like Bitcoin, you know, XRP, Ethereum, Solana, some of the large cap projects that you believe in, you guys can comment them in the description below this video. And then the other 50% of your portfolio, you can get a little bit riskier with that. And some of these low cap to mid cap plays could outperform, and they most likely will outperform the large caps. But by diversifying and also having long-term perspective as well too, through understanding your risk tolerance, it's going to help you out. So number 4, your long-term perspective, because investing, it's a marathon, it's not a sprint. But thankfully on this channel, when you subscribe, we sprint marathons and we backing up our truck all the way, the bank grabbing the bags, packing them and stacking them. But we're patient along this way to avoid making impulsive decisions based on short-term market fluctuations. And so if you see a project that's rallying or pumping up, 5x, 10x, and you're buying the top and you're thinking in terms of the short-term gains of, oh, this could go bigger, well, then you see a correction take place, and sometimes it takes weeks or even months to bounce back to the price that you bought, and you're left holding the bag as exit liquidity for the people who bought in early. So when you watch the other videos on this channel, we talk about how to spot projects at the right time that have yet to see a rally, and how to spot projects not only that are going to rally, but to have a long-term high conviction play, so you can have that long-term perspective and you're not worried about another project growing first. Case in point, XRP. XRP was suppressed for the longest period of time during the 2016, 2017, bull run. And then all of a sudden XRP shot up and outperformed everything else in the market when Bitcoin rallied over 700, almost 800%. Over the course of 790, almost 800 days, XRP was suppressed. But if you had long-term conviction with XRP and you had a diversified portfolio, that gave you the ability to hedge out of other projects and buy XRP at a low before it rallied. And so that's why long-term conviction, long-term play, and a long-term mentality is the key to preservation and growing your wealth. Now, number 5, high conviction plays. See, conducting thorough research on your own for the investments you're considering is a massive key. Just because a YouTuber is talking about a project and saying that it's going to 10x or it's going to 50x doesn't mean that that's going to happen, because they need to get clicks on the videos. And hey, sometimes I ain't no perfect person for that. I'll generate views on these videos, but I like to give you a grounded approach when you watch these videos, so you can understand that not everything is going to pull 100x in the crypto market. So the high conviction plays, the ones that could do a 2x, a 3x, a 5x, or a 10x, are a lot safer of a play to be able to compound your wealth long term. And sometimes those projects that pull a safe 5x, that are the large caps, do that first, that give you the ability to hedge and then start getting a little bit riskier later in the bull run when newer projects are launching. Because remember, guys, most of these projects that are out right now that saw their gains in the last bull run aren't going to see the same gains this bull run, due to the circulating supply being larger, more being released. The narrative is being on newer projects. And when a new project launches, that's where all the hype, that's where the excitement, that's where the teams, the marketing, and the liquidity flows to. So you want to be able to have those high conviction plays that you can hold long term, but at the same time too, number 6, you want to avoid trying to time the market, because trying to predict, market highs and lows is very, very challenging, especially when a project goes into price discovery. You don't know how high it will go, and when a project starts correcting on the other side, you don't know how low that dip will be. Instead, focus on your consistent investment strategy, like dollar cost averaging instead of lump sum purchases. And remember this: time in the markets always beats timing the markets, especially if you're new. What that means is the amount of time that you spend holding your high conviction plays for the long term, that beats trying to time in entry points and exit points based on when you think the markets are going to pump more, because you end up buying tops and then you end up selling bottoms and you emotionally trade. I've been there before, and that's how you see your portfolio go backwards. So if your portfolio has either been stagnant or your portfolio is going backwards, this is most likely why. You just need to take a chill pill. You need to relax, okay? You need to take a little nap and wake up 2 years from right now, and you're going to love where your portfolio is at. There were so many projects where if I just held these projects for the whole bull run, I would have made more money than trying to day trade these projects, because it's addicting, right? Because you think that you're making more moves and more money because you're getting that dopamine hit of trading in and out, buying, selling. But what you're also doing is you're generating short-term capital gains tax versus long-term capital gains, meaning that if you sell a project within 12 months, you're paying a higher tax rate than if you were to hold it for longer than 12 months. So it's better from a dopamine level, it's better from a stress level, it's better from if you're new, and it's better from, a financial level as well too, by holding long term and from a tax perspective. So you can't beat, holding long term. And also number 7, rebalancing your portfolio. So periodically you can review and adjust your portfolio to maintain your desired asset allocation and risk level. For example, if you see, a project pull a 10x really, really fast, and then that becomes like 60 or 70% of your portfolio. If you just let that sit there during that period, sure, long term, it could go even higher over the course of 2 years, but hedging out a little bit of that to rebalance your portfolio when you see astronomical 5, 10, 15, 20Xs in some of the lower cap projects is a smart move, because that gives you the ability to grow your long-term high conviction plays like XRP, Bitcoin, and other large cap projects. See, the low caps, the micro caps, and the mid caps, those projects are there to help you increase your allocation size in the large cap high conviction plays. And when you rebalance your portfolio, what's the best way to do that? For example, if you're going to hedge a project, what do? Well, I hedge into a stable coin, and then I let that stable coin sit on the sidelines. So number 8, having a stable coin fund, because before investing, you need to have emergency funds on the sideline, let alone in your bank account, but you need to have money on the sidelines, dry powder, so to speak, to be able to back up the truck for the dip of your favorite projects, or to be able to buy new projects that have yet to launch when you see something pop up, because there's nothing worse than having to sell a project that has yet to pump to put it into something that's a brand new launch that could or it could not perform well. You just don't know. So you want to have money on the sidelines, and having money on the sidelines, increases your confidence, decreases your stress, and also gives you the ability to purchase the projects that you believe are going to perform well long term. Now, number 9, using secure wallets and exchanges. So when you're dealing with crypto, it's very, very risky. You want to prioritize security. And by choosing reputable and trustable crypto wallets and exchanges that have strong track records of security and measures, it's going to allow you to safeguard your private keys if you do self-custody. Because if you do a centralized exchange, a CEX, that's like Coinbase or Binance or Kraken or KuCoin or whatever it may be, well, then they own your private keys. They are custodians of your crypto. And if they decide to do anything, your crypto could be gone. Whereas if you have self-custody through Ledger or through Trezor, you guys can get access to that in the link in the description below. Yes, that is an affiliate link. We do earn a small percentage. And that's a thank you to us for making videos like this. That helps support videos like this, because I appreciate you guys for even watching these videos. It wouldn't be possible without you. So if you do decide to go through our link in the description below, we do earn a small percentage, and I appreciate you for that. But the key with self-custody is you own your private key. You hold your crypto in an offline cold storage, wallet. So that way, if anything happens to an exchange, like what happened with FTX, that's the most secure way to trade. So you would want to have a portion of your portfolio in an offline cold storage like a Ledger or a Trezor, and that's for long-term holdings. And then you'd also want to have a percentage of your portfolio on exchanges, centralized or decentralized, whatever you choose, to be able to trade and hedge and stay in the markets and stay in the game. So that way you're not touching your cold storage portfolio, but you can day trade the other portfolio to protect your investments. Now, number 10, the most important, is stay calm during volatility. See, it can get really stressful. The FOMO really starts to kick in, and the greed starts to kick in when the markets are pumping, and that causes you to do lump sum purchases where you take your stablecoin fund on the side. Maybe you got like $1,000 on the side. Maybe you got 50 grand, 100 grand on the side, maybe more, right? And all of a sudden you see a project, you're like, oh, this is a good buy. And then you purchase it all at once with your entire stablecoin fund. And then the project drops another 20%. You're like, dang, I should have waited because you didn't stay calm during the storm. And so tell yourself this: I am the storm. Eye of the storm. I am the storm, right? You're not caught in the outskirts of the storm. You are the eye of the storm, the eye of the tiger, right? So because crypto markets and the crypto industry is super volatile, prices experience massive rapid fluctuations to the upside and to the downside. So when they do see massive pumps, then you're going to feel FOMO, which is fear of missing out. You're like, I'm missing out on this project. Then you buy the top, like bonk, and then you get dumped on. And this is what happened in the last bull run for Shiba Inu. This is what happened with Dogecoin. People bought. Unfortunately, crypto, it's player versus player. Yes, there are these communities that get excited about sharing alpha with each other and helping each other out, but it's player versus player. Somebody is buying the top, and getting dumped on, and somebody's buying the bottom at the right time and, you know, seeing the majority of the gains. And so when someone's making money, someone's losing money. That's how investing works. That's how real estate works, right? When someone buys a house, you know, someone else is buying that. When someone sells a house, someone's buying it from somebody else and they bought it earlier, so they're making money. So someone buys the top of the real estate market, someone bought the bottom. Same thing in crypto. So if you want to be an investor, you got to learn how to control your emotions during the FOMO and also the FUD. The FUD is the fear, uncertainty, and doubt. So when you see the most amount of FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt being spread about a certain project, that's the best time to jump in. And I'm not going to tell you to buy or when to sell, but historically, when the most fear is out there, for example, Russia declared, you know, war with Ukraine. Well, the ruble crashed, and that was the best time to be able to back up the truck for the ruble. And I'm not advocating profiting off war, but I'm advocating being smart with your money and spotting opportunity at the right time, because the ruble bounced back and it went up over almost 200 or 300% off of a fiat currency, because fear was being spread and people thought that their currency was over. And as you guys know, it's going to take decades for fiat currencies to completely go away. So it's crucial to stay calm, avoid making impulsive decisions and buying the tops when the market is turbulent, right? Emotional reactions are going to give you costly mistakes. So stick to your investing plan. Be prepared for the ups and downs in the crypto market. And as always, we're backing up our truck all the way to the bank. We're grabbing the bags, packing them and stacking them, leaving no bags left behind, because we believe that the spending power of the dollar is going to continue to go down in value over time. That's a fact based on inflation, blockchain technology, distributed ledger technology, and cryptocurrencies are going up in interest. That's the truth. And together, you know where we're going. We're going camping on the beaches of the moon. If you guys want to see our top altcoin picks, both micro cap, mid cap, and large cap before these videos come out, then check out the links in the description below, or you can go to bullrunners.com to get instant access to our private Telegram group. It's free. You're going to subscribe to our video newsletter to receive breaking news updates right when they come out, so you can be first when we launch our financial education platform as well too, because we like to give you the best to help you prepare for the worst that's yet to come in this economy. So I appreciate you guys for watching this video. As always, we're going camping on the beaches of the moon. I'll see you on the next video. I'll see you on bullrunners.com. You know what to do. Stay bullish.